Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming out this afternoon. My name is Christopher Weisenborn. I'm the whole director here at Maroa-Forsyth High School, and I'd like to welcome you to our production of South Pacific. Today you're going to see 76 very talented students bring this classic Rodgers and Hammerstein musical to life. Before we get started, I would like to ask you to take your cell phones out and shut them completely off, not just on silent or vibrate, but completely off, as this interferes with our microphones, and I'm sure you're going to be able, or want to be able to hear everything that's happening up on stage. During the production, should your children become a little bit distraught, feel free to take them out immediately as not to disturb the rest of the audience. During intermission, make sure you visit both of our tiki bars for some popcorn and our specialty drink, a Valley High. Also at the back table are our DVDs. You should have received a DVD order form in your playbill. They are $10, and we have recordings of this weekend's production. Once again, thank you so much for coming out, and enjoy South Pacific.
You pick off.
Yeah.
No. Well, I'm just speechless. And that lunch, wild chicken, I didn't even know it was wild. Gosh, I had no idea that people live like this. Right out here in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
Sugar.
Thanks.
1.
3. Oh, I know it's a big load for a dignitized to carry. All right. I'm a hick. You know so many American words. Do you know what a hick is?
A hick is one who lives in a stick.
Oh, you mean stick. Plural. The sticks.
Pardon? The sticks? Ah, I remember now.
A meal? How long did it take you to build up a plantation like this?
I came to the Pacific when I was a young man.
Is it true that all the planters on these islands, are they all running away from something?
Who's not running away from something? There are fugitives everywhere. Paris, New York, even in Small Rock. Where you come from?
Oh, you mean Little Rock?
Little Rock. Do you know fugitives there?
I'll show you a picture of Little Rock fugitive. I got this clipping from my mother today.
And Zainelli Forbush, Arkansas, on Florence Nightingale.
That was written by Mrs. Lehman, the social editor. She went to school with my mother. To read her, you'd think I'm practically the most important nurse in the whole Navy, and it's only a matter of time before I become a Lady Admiral.
In this picture, you do not look much like an admiral.
Oh, well, that was before I knew what rain and heat and mud could do to your disposition. But it isn't rainy today. Gosh, it's beautiful here. And just look at that yellow sun. You know, I don't think it's the end of the world like everyone else thinks. I just can't work myself up to getting that low. Do you think I'm crazy too? They all do over at the Fleet Hospital. You know what they call me? Knucklehead Nellie. I suppose I am, but I just can't help it. When the sky is a bright canary yellow, I forget every cloud I've ever seen. So they call me a cockeyed optimist and make sure it incurably green. I have heard people rant and rave and bellow that we're done and we might as well be dead. But I'm only a cockeyed optimist, and I can't get it into my head. I hear the human race is falling on its face and hasn't very far to go. But every whippoorwill is selling me a bill and telling me it just ain't so. I could say life is just a bowl of jello and appear more intelligent and smart, but I'm stuck like a dope with a thing called heart, and I can't get it out of my heart. Not this heart. Is there anything else you want to know about me?
Yes, you say you are a fugitive. When you joined the Navy, what were you running away from?
Gosh, I don't know. It was more like I was running to something. I wanted to see what the world was like, outside Little Rock, I mean. And I wanted to meet different kinds of people and find out if I liked them any better. And I'm finding out.
Would you like some cognac?
I'd love some. Wonder how it feels. Maybe
This is what I need. This is what I've longed for. Someone young and smiling, climbing up my hill.
We are not alike. Probably I bore him. He's a cultured Frenchman. I'm a little hick.
Younger men than I, officers and doctors, probably pursue her. She could have her fill.
Wonder why I feel jittery and jumpy. I am like a schoolgirl waiting for a dance.
Can I ask her now? I am like a schoolboy. What will be her answer? Do I have a chance? In peacetime, the boat from America comes once a month. The ladies, the wives of the planters, often go to Australia during the hot months. It can get very hot here.
It can get hot in Arkansas too.
Ah, yes. I have many books here. Marcel Proust, André Gide. Did you study French in school?
Oh, yes.
Ah, then you can read French.
No. I can conjugate a few verbs. I bet you read a lot.
Out here one becomes hungry to learn everything, not to let anything good pass by.
Yes.
So when at last something good comes, one cannot risk to lose it. So one must act quickly, even if it is foolish to be so quick. I know if it is only 2 weeks, the dinner at your officer's club, do you remember?
Yes.
And that is the way things happen sometimes, isn't it, Nellie?
Yes, it is. Emil.
Some enchanted evening, you may see a stranger. You may see a stranger across a crowded room, and somehow you know even then, that somewhere you'll see her again and again. Some enchanted evening, someone may be laughing. You may hear her laughing across a crowded room, and somehow you know, as strange as it seems, the sound of her laughter will sing in your dreams. Who can explain it? Who can tell you why? Fools give you reasons, wise men never try. Some enchanted evening, when you find your true love, when you feel her call you across a crowded room, then fly to her side and make her your own. Or else through your life you may dream all alone. Once you have found her, never let her go. Once you have found her, never let her go. have children, when I die, they will be growing up. You can afford to take them back to America if you'd like. Think about it.
Sylvain, les Juifs de Mathusalem. Les Juifs de Mathusalem. Votre Jeep.
My Jeep. Oh gosh, my Jeep. Thank you, Henry. I'm on duty in 10 minutes.
Before you go, I want to tell you something. Earlier you asked why I had to leave France.
Oh, well, that's none of my business.
But I want to tell you, I had to leave France because I killed a man.
Why did you kill him?
He was a wicked man, a bully. Everyone in our village was glad to see him go. So it was not to my discredit. Do you believe me, Nellie?
You have just told me that you killed a man and that it's all right. I hardly know you, and yet I know it's all right.
Thank you, Nellie. Do you like my place?
Yes,
You will think.
I will think.
Lipstick. 3 lumps of sugar in this little cup. Eh bien. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Merci, monsieur. Ah, oui.
Dites-moi pourquoi la vie est belle.
Dites-moi
Pourquoi la vie est gaie.
dites-moi
Pourquoi
chère mademoiselle, est-ce que, parce que, mais,
made of?
It's made out of head. It's real human.
What makes it so small?
Slunk. The only way to keep human head is to slink.
Oh, no thank you.
Hey, GI, for $1. Send home Chicago to sexy sweetheart. She makes weight like this.
Here you are, sweaty pie. Put them down, Professor. These beautiful skirts were made by myself, the professor here, and 3 other CVs in half the time it takes you native workers to make them. See? No stretch. Look them over, sweaty pie, and give me your price.
I give you $10.
What?
What? Not enough?
Well, you're darn well right, not enough.
Then you just won't keep.
Now look here, dragon lady. What's that you got there? A borscht bracelet? Where'd you get that, over there on Valley High?
You like?
You guys know what this is? It's a bracelet made out of a single boar's tooth. They cut the tooth from the boar's mouth in a big ceremonial over there on Valley High. There ain't a souvenir you can pick up in the South Pacific as valuable as this. What do you want for it, Mary?
$100.
$100? That's cheap. I thought it would be more.
I make you special offer, big dealer. I trade you boar's tooth bracelet for all grass skirt.
Okay, it's a deal.
Wait a minute. It's no deal till you try something for good luck.
Okay, what do you want me to throw in?
$100. Good luck!
You don't run into these things every day. They're scarce as hen's teeth.
Bigger, too.
Valley High. Why does it have to be off limits? You can get everything over there. Shrunken heads, bracelets, old ivory.
Young French women.
Knock it off. I'm talking about souvenirs.
So see.
I gotta get a boat and get over there. I'm feeling held down again. I need to take a trip.
Only officers can find out boats.
Oh, I'll get a boat all right. I'll latch on to some officer who's got some imagination. You'll like to see that boar's tooth ceremonial as much as I would. It's a heck of a ceremonial. Dancing, drinking, everything.
Why the big one? We all know why you really want to go to Valley High.
Why?
Because the young finders put all the Frenchmen in them and their GIs are coming. That's why. It ain't the horse teeth, it's women.
It is boar's teeth. And women.
We got sunlight on the sand, we got moonlight on the sea. We got mangoes and bananas you can pick right off a tree. We got volleyball and ping pong and a lot of dandy games.
What ain't we got?
We ain't got days. We get cookies, we get toast, we get just from our gift. And then try to tell you rose. We get letters down from Portsmouth. We get dizzy from the smell.
What don't we get?
We know damn well.
We got nothing to put on a clean white suit for. What we need is what there ain't no substitute for. There is nothing like a day. Nothing in all the world. There is nothing you can name that is anything like a day.
We feel restless, we feel blue, we feel lonely and free. We feel every kind of feeling, but the feeling not from leave. For us, something as a little was funny, that's red, right, and good.
What don't we feel? Lots of things in life are beautiful, but brother, there is one particular thing that is nothing whatsoever in any way, shape, or form like any other. There is nothing like a day. Nothing in all the world. There is nothing you can name that is anything like a day. Nothing else is built the same. Nothing in all the world.
Has a soft and wavy frame, like the silhouette of a day. There
Forbush.
Have you done what you promised?
Yes, Miss Forbush. I did it all last night. No, you don't have to open it now.
Oh, Luther, you do beautiful work. You've even done the pleats in my shorts.
Aw, pleats ain't hard.
Pleats are very hard. How do you do such delicate work at night, in the dark?
There was a moon. There was a full moon.
How much, Luther?
Oh no, not from you.
Gosh, I guess I'm just about the luckiest nurse on this whole island to have found you. You're a treasure. Bye, Luther.
So suppose that they've been right, or completely free from flaws, or as faithful as a bird that will have found us in a cause. It's a waste of time to worry over things that they have found.
Be thankful for the things they got. There's nothing you can name that is anything like a day. None looks like a day, and nothing looks like a day. There are no drinks like a day, and nothing thinks like a day. Nothing acts like a day, or attracts like a day. There ain't a thing that's wrong with any man here that can't be cured by putting him near a girly, womanly, female, feminine day.
Hello.
Hello?
You make trouble for me?
Huh?
Are you crumbing, Major?
No, I'm even crummier than that. I'm a lieutenant.
Lieutenant?
Lieutenant?
Hiya, Lieutenant. New on the rock?
Yeah, just filling that PBY.
Oh yeah, where from?
A little island south of Marie Louise. Uh-huh.
Hey, Lieutenant. You sexy, man.
Thanks. You're pretty fit yourself.
Sexy?
Who is she?
She's talking east. She used to work for a French planter.
French planter, stingy scumbag!
Say, I'm looking for a French planter named Debec.
Emile Debec. Yeah, I think he's the guy who lives on top of that hill over there. You know?
No, but I'm going to.
Hey, Lieutenant. Real human hand. You got sweetheart? Send home Chicago to sexy sweetheart.
No, she's a Philadelphia girl.
What's that? Philadelphia girl. What's that mean? No sexy? You like? I'll give you free.
Free? You can never give me anything free.
You're not sexy like Lieutenant. Hey,
No thanks. Where'd you get that anyways?
Bali High.
That's that island over there with the two volcanoes. Officers can get launches and go over there.
Valley High, what does that mean?
Bali High mean I am your special island. Mean here I am. Bali High is your special island, Lieutenant. I know. You listen. You hear island call to you. Listen. You hear something calling? Listen.
No, all I hear is the sound of the wind and the waves. That's all.
You don't hear something calling? Listen.
I hear something.
Shut your big fat mouth.
Hear voice? Most people live on a lonely island, lost in the middle of a foggy sea. Most people long In your heart you hear it call you. Come away, come away. Valley High will whisper on the wind of the sea. Here am I, your special island. Come to me, come to me. Your own special home, your own special dream. Move on the hillside and drown in the stream. If you try, you'll find me where the sky meets the sea. Here am I, your special island. Come to me, come to me. Valley High, Valley High, Valley High. Someday you'll see me floating in the sunshine, my head sticking out from a low-flying cloud. You'll hear me calling, singing through the sunshine, sweet and clear as can be. Come to me, here am I, come to me. If you try, you'll find me where the sky meets the sea. Here am I, your special island. Come to me, come to me. Valley High, Valley High, Valley High.
Of course, Lieutenant. Right now that island is off limits due to the fact that the French planters have all their young women just running around over there. Of course, you being an officer, you can get a launch. I'd even be willing to requisition a boat for you. What do you say? Valley High may call you any night, any day. In your heart you'll hear it call you. Come away, come away. What do you say, Lieutenant?
No.
Yeah, I see what you mean, being off limits and all. It'd take a lot of persuading to get me to you over there. But another thing goes on over there. The ceremonial boar's tooth. After they kill the boar, they pass around some of that coconut liquor. And the women dance around with just skirts on. And everybody gets to know everybody pretty well. Valley High will whisper on the winds of the sea. Here am I, your special island. Come to me, come to me. Valley High, Valley High, Valley High. It's just a little tribal ceremonial. Primitive, but astonishing. And I thought you being up in the shooting war for such a long time without getting any. Recreation. I just thought you might be interested.
I am. But right now I have to see the island commander.
Oh, Professor, take the lieutenant up in the truck.
Professor?
Yeah, it's because he went to college. Did you go to college?
Yeah.
Where?
A place in New Jersey.
Where? Rutgers?
No. Princeton.
Oh, folks got money, eh, Lieutenant?
Well, Arabelle's coming.
There she is, sir.
You are causing economic revolution, you know.
I can't find a native anywhere to milk a cow or pick a coconut because you're paying them 10 times as much to make these ridiculous grass skirts.
French planter, stingy scumbag!
Sir, may I make suggestions, sir?
Who are you?
Billis, sir, Luther Billis. The natives can now go back to work on the farms. The demand for grass skirts can now be met by us Seabees.
Dressmakers? You mean to tell me that the Seabees of the U.S. Navy are now a bunch
If you don't like the idea, sir, we can just drop it right here, sir. Just say the word. Just pretend I never brought it up.
Luther Billis.
Yes, sir.
Nothing, just making a mental note. I want to be sure not to forget your name.
I want you to pick up every scrap of this paraphernalia now, and for the last time, carry it way down there beyond that fence, off Navy property.
You heard the man? Throw the stuff over the fence.
All right, take it way down
Wait,
there, off
what
Navy
you-
property.
Don't touch that! That's mine! Leave it alone!
You go too.
All right, Lieutenant. Thank you.
Lieutenant, who are you anyway?
I'm Lieutenant Joseph Cable, sir. Just filling on that PBY.
A joyride?
No, orders, sir.
A Marine under orders to me?
Yes, sir.
I'm Captain Brackett. This is Commander Harbison, my executive officer. What's it all about?
Well, sir, my colonel feels like this island is in danger, and we aren't getting enough first-hand intelligence. And what we need is a Coast Watch.
A Coast Watch.
A man with a radio hiding out on those Jap-held islands, watching for Jap ships as they go down the bottleneck. Down this way.
What do you think, Bill?
Well, sir, our pilots could do a lot to Jap convoys with information like that.
You'd have to sneak this man ashore at night from a submarine.
Yes, sir.
Who's going to do it?
Well, sir, I've been elected.
Got quite the assignment, son.
How long do you think you can last sending out messages before the Japs found you?
I think I could last a good few days, but intelligence have found that there's a French civilian who used to own a plantation on Marie-Louise Island.
Marie-Louise. That's a good spot. Right on the bottleneck.
What's this Frenchman's name?
Emile de Beck.
Meet me in my office about half an hour, Cable. Come on, Bill. Maybe we'll get in this war yet.
I may call you any night, any day. In your heart you'll hear it call you. Come away, come away. Valley high, valley high, valley high.
Hey, just tell the guys back at the shop to stop making those ridiculous grass skirts.
I did. Briefing.
That don't look like a dried up human head. It looks like an orange painted with shoe polish.
That's what it is.
Go back to the shop and tell them to try again. If I order a dried up human head, I want a human head. Dried up. But fake, here it comes. Don't change your expression, Lieutenant. Just act like we're talking casual. I got the boat.
What boat?
I signed out a boat in your name. We're shoving off for Valley High in 45 minutes.
No, we're not. I've got to see Captain Brackett.
Lieutenant, what are you doing to me? I signed out this boat in your name.
Then you're just the man to go back and cancel it. Forget about the whole thing, okay?
Lieutenant, you and me are going on a boat trip whether you like it or not. I threw it. What are you going to do about it?
Cable. Got some Dubliner Frenchmen here. Marie-Louise Island. Moved down here about 16 years ago. Lived with a Polynesian woman for about 5 years. 2 children by her. She died. Now here's one thing we have to clear up. See if you left France in a hurry. Kill the guy. What do you think about that?
Seems like a handy man to have around.
Cable.
Yeah. No, we don't have time for her to change in uniform. Just send her in. Come in, Miss Forbush.
Captain Brackett, please excuse the way that I...
You look fine. May I present Commander Harbison, my executive officer?
Oh, Miss Forbush and I see each other twice a week. We serve together on the GI Entertainment Committee.
And may I present Lieutenant Joseph Cable, Miss Forbush? Sit down, Miss Forbush. How's the Thanksgiving entertainment coming along?
Very well, thank you, sir. We practice whenever we get the chance.
About a week ago, you had lunch with a French planter, Emile Debec.
Yes, sir.
What do you know about him?
Well, what do I know about him?
That's right.
We met at the Officers Club dance. He was there and I met him.
Yes, now what kind of man is he?
He's very nice. He's kind. He's attractive. I just don't know what you want to know, sir.
Miss Forbush, what Captain Brackett would like to know is, did you discuss any politics?
No, sir.
Would you have discussed politics, Commander? Now, Miss Forbush, what we're really trying to find out is when these people normally come from France, it's usually because they've been in some sort of trouble. Now, has he told you why he left France?
Yes, sir. He left France because he killed a man.
Did he tell you why?
No, but he will if I ask him.
Well, Miss Forbush, that's exactly what we'd like to have you do. Find out as much as you can about him, his background, his opinions, and why he killed this man in France.
In other words, you want me to spy on him?
I'm afraid it's something like that.
Why? Do you suspect him of something?
No, it's just we don't know that much about him, and will you help us, Miss Forbush?
I'll try.
Thank you. You may go now if you wish.
I don't know very much about him, really. Do I?
Well, it seems he's kept a few secrets from her, hasn't he?
Well, you don't spring up a couple of Polynesian kids on a woman right off the bat.
I'm afraid we aren't going to get much out of her. She's obviously in love.
That's hard to believe, sir. They tell me he's a middle-aged man.
Cable. It's common for boys of your age and athletic ability to underestimate a man who has reached his maturity. Young women typically find a grown man attractive. I myself am over 50. I am a bachelor. And Cable, I do not consider myself by any means through. What's the matter, Bill?
Oh, nothing.
All right, Cable. See you at Chow.
Yes, sir.
You play bridge?
Yes, sir.
Got money?
Yes, sir.
I'll take it away from you.
Yes, sir.
What makes you so sure this thing won't work out?
Well, sir, Marie-Louise Island is 24 miles long and 3 miles wide. Let's say that every time they send out a message, they move to a different hill. Looking at this, realistically, it'll last about a week.
Of course, it'd mean more if it was the right week. Maybe this can get Operation Alligator off its cannon moving.
Here it is, sir. I got it.
See you at Chow, Bill. See you at Chow, Bill.
Oh, see you at Chow.
Got the address right?
I think so, sir. Mrs. Amelia Fortuna, 325 Euclid Avenue, Shaker Heights, Cleveland, Ohio.
That's right. I'd like to pack it myself.
Yes, sir.
Letter from home?
Yes. Do you get letters from your mother too? Telling you that everything you do is wrong?
No. My mother thinks everything I do is right. But I don't tell my mother everything I do.
My mother's so prejudiced
Against Frenchmen?
against anyone outside Little Rock. She makes a big thing out of two people having different backgrounds.
Ages?
Oh no, Mother thinks that older men are better for girls than younger men.
This has been a very discouraging day for me.
Do you agree with Mother about people having things in common? For instance, if the guy likes symphony music and the girl likes Dinah Shore, or he reads Marcel Proust and, well, she doesn't read anything. Well, what do you think?
Maybe she's right.
Well, I don't think she is.
Well, maybe she isn't.
Well, goodbye, Lieutenant. You've helped a lot.
You may want to read over that note 2 or 3 times. You don't know that man very well.
I'll show you what I think of that idea.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Oh, I thought Miss Forbush was here. I brought some hot water for her. She likes to take a shampoo Fridays.
Hey, Luther.
Hello, Miss Forbush. I brought some hot water for you.
Thanks. It'll do me a lot of good to get some of this sand out of my hair.
If you need some extra water for rinsing your hair, my bath club concession boys will take care of you. When you're ready for the water, just pull down on this chain. Just like you was pulling down a chain. Take care of her, boys.
What was that about?
Huh?
What was that about?
What?
Old Iron Belly.
Captain Brackett? Oh, nothing. Just something about the Thanksgiving show.
So what's the problem, Knucklehead?
Huh?
I said, what's the problem?
Oh, there's no problem. And there's not going to be problems anymore because I've made up my mind about one thing. It's all off.
With him?
Uh-huh. I'm going to break it off clean before it's too late.
Well, I'll tell you what happened. What did he do?
He didn't do anything. It's just that, well, I guess I don't know him very well, really, and before I go any further, I just better not get started. Don't you think so too, Danny?
Yes, I do.
You do? Well, I guess I do too. Well, don't look so dramatic about it. Things like this happen every day. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my head. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my head. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my head and send him on his way. Get the picture? I'm gonna wave that man right out of my arms. I'm gonna wave that man right out of my arms. Gonna evening gown. We're only allowed to bring 2 evening gowns. Only 2. Hello.
Hello. That song. Is it a new American song?
It's an American tap song. We were kind of putting in our own words. Where is everybody?
It is strange with your American songs. One is either desirous to get rid of one's lover, or one weeps for a man one cannot have.
That's right.
I like a song that says, I love you and you love me, and isn't that fine?
Yes, that's fine.
I left a note for you at the hospital. It was to ask you to my house for dinner next Friday.
Well, I don't think I'll be able to make
But I
it.
have asked all my friends. The planters calling.
Oh, a big party? Well, if I can't come, you won't miss me.
But it is for you. It is for them to meet you. But more important, for you to meet them. To know what your life will be like here. To know more about me. The way I live and think.
Know more about you?
Yeah. You know very little about me.
That's right. Would you sit down? Do you think about politics much? And if so, what do you think about politics?
Do you mean my political philosophy?
I think that is what I mean.
Well, to begin with, I believe in the free life. In freedom for everyone.
Like in the Declaration of Independence?
Say so. All men are created equal, isn't it?
Leo, you really think that?
Yes.
Thank goodness.
It is why I'm here. Why I killed the man.
Yes, I've been meaning to ask you about that too. I don't want you to think I'm prying into your personal life, asking lots of questions, but I do always find it interesting why a person kills another person.
Of course, that has worried you. When I was a young man, I carried my heart in my hand. So when this man came to our town, even though my father said he was good, I thought he was bad. He attracted all the mean and cruel people to him, and eventually he was running our town. He could take or do anything. I did not like that. So I stood up in the public square and made a speech to call everyone to stand with me against this man.
Well, what did they do?
They walked away.
Why?
Because they saw him standing behind me. I turned around and he said, I'm going to kill you. We fought. I was never so strong. I knocked him to the ground, and when he fell, his head struck a stone, and I ran to the shore and joined a cargo boat. I didn't even know where it was going. I stepped off the boat into another world, where I am now and where I want to stay. Nellie, will you marry me? There are so few days in our lives. The time I have with you now is so precious to me. Have you been thinking?
I have been thinking. Born on the opposite sides of the sea, we are as different as people can be.
It's true.
And yet you want to marry me.
I do.
I've known you a few short weeks, and yet somehow you've made my heart forget all other men I have ever met but you.
Some enchanted evening, you may see a stranger. You may see a stranger across a crowded room, and somehow you know even then, that somewhere you'll see her again and again.
Once you have found her, never let her go.
Once you have found her, never let her go. Some enchanted evening, Once you have found her, never let her go.
Expect every one of my crowd to make fun, my proud protestations of faith and romance. And they'll say I'm naive as a babe to believe any fable I hear from a person in pants. Fearlessly, I'll face them and argue their doubts away. Loudly, I'll sing about flowers in spring. Flatly, I'll stand on my little flat feet and say, love is a grand and beautiful thing. I'm not ashamed to reveal this world famous feeling I feel. I'm as corny as Kansas in August. I'm as normal as blueberry pie. No more a smart little girl with no heart. I have found me a wonderful guy. I am in a conventional dither with a conventional star in my eye. And you will note there's a lump in my throat when I speak of that wonderful guy. I'm as trite and as gay as a daisy in May, a cliche coming true. I'm romantic and bright as the moon, happy night boy light on the dew. I'm as corny as Kansas in August, high as the flag on the 4th of July. If you'll excuse an expression I use, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with a wonderful guy.
Now, before you give us your answer, I want to impress you with 3 things. First, you are a civilian and you don't have to go. There's no way of making you go. Second, this is a very dangerous mission, and there's no guarantee that you'll make it back or that it'll do any good. Third, it might do a great good. It might be the means of turning tide of war in this area.
I understand all these things.
Are you ready to give us your answer?
Yes, I am. My answer must be no. When a man faces death, he must weigh his values very carefully. He must weigh the value of his life against the things he is asked to die for. I know that island very well, Lieutenant Cable, and I'm not sure that what you've asked me to do is very...
We're asking you to help us lick the Japs. It's as simple as that. We're against the Japs.
I know what you're against, but what are you for? When I was 22, I thought the world hated bullies as much as I did. I was foolish. I killed one. I had to flee to an island. Since then, I have asked no help from anyone or any country. I've seen these bullies grow strong and multiply as the world sat by and watched.
Come on, DeBeck. Aren't you just a man in love with a girl and you're putting her above everything else in the world?
Yes, I care about my life with her more than anything else in the world. It is the only thing that is important to me. This I have. This I believe in. I cannot wish to lose it. Good day, gentlemen.
He's an honest man, but he's wrong. We can't guarantee him a better world if we win, but we can guarantee it'll be worse if we lose. Can't we? Can't we?
Of course. Cable. There's a bottle of scotch in my bum drawer. See you tomorrow.
This is the one he means.
Commander Hardison, the old man walked right out on me with all these orders to be signed. And there's another delegation of French planters complaining about the stolen pig. The one Seabees took a barbecue. And Commander...
Okay, I'll take care of it.
All right, sir.
So what should I do, Commander Hardison? Go back to my outfit for tonight?
No, take some time off and unwind.
Unwind?
Sure. Take a boat. Go fishing.
Boat. Look, Phyllis, I didn't come all the way to this island to see any boar's teeth get cut out.
No. It ain't the cutting of the boar's teeth exactly. It's what comes afterwards.
I take you with me. Come, Lieutenant. You have good time. Marcel, come here. Phyllis, Marcel, take you to Boris Island. Lieutenant, come with me. Come with me, Lieutenant. You have good time. Come.
What's going on, Mary?
You wait.
There's nobody around here.
You wait, Lieutenant.
What's going on?
What? You like?
Who is she?
Leah. Leah? It's French name, but she no French girl. She Tonkinese like me. We are very pretty people, no?
Do you speak English?
Only a few words. She talk French. Français. Je parle français. Un peu.
Moi, c'est un peu. Are you afraid of me?
No.
Avez-vous un peu?
No. Oui. No.
How did Bloody Mary get a girl like you to come to an island all the way like this?
Ma Mary.
Bloody Mary's your mother? But she didn't tell me.
No.
That's the boat, all right. Let him wait. I touch your hand and my arms grow strong, like a pair of birds that burst with song. My eyes look down at your lovely face, and I hold the world in my embrace. Younger than springtime are you, softer than starlight are you, warmer than winds of June on a gentle lips you gave me, gayer than laughter are you, sweeter than music are you, angel and lover, heaven and earth are you to me. And when your youth and joy invade my arms and fill my heart as now they do, then younger than springtime am I, gayer than laughter am I, angel and lover, heaven and earth and and joy invade my arms and fill my heart as now they do, then younger than springtime am I, gayer than laughter am I, angel and lover, heaven and earth am I with you.
Ring the bell again. Ring the bell again. I'll have another one of those.
He come. Don't worry, Gillis. He be here soon.
Hey, Mary. Please ask those Boris 2 ceremonial fellows not to be sore at me. I didn't know the girls would do a religious dance with their skirts on. And had someone told me it was a religious dance, I probably wouldn't have gotten up and danced with them. Oh, here he comes.
He's gonna be my son-in-law.
Goodbye, Lieutenant. Come back soon, Valley High. Come back soon.
Bocho Fair.
Day Bocho Fair.
Oh, no, so.
Calm the sauce. Emil, you know I can't stay. I've got to get that drink back. I stole it. Or rather, I borrowed it. Or rather, a fellow stole it for me. A wonderful man named Willis. I have to sneak behind the hospital as it is.
Well, if you have to sneak back, you might as well sneak back later.
You're absolutely right. I never had such a wonderful night in my whole life. All these lovely people and that cute old man who spoke French with me and made me believe he actually understood me. And that excited native couple who danced for us. Oh, it's all so different from Little Rock. What are you laughing at? Am I drunk?
Oh, no.
Yes, I am. But it isn't the champagne. It's because I'm in love with a wonderful guy. I am in a convictional dither with a convictional star in my eyes. And you will notice there's a lump in my throat when I speak of that wonderful guy. I'm as trite and as gay as the daisy in May, a cliche coming true. I'm romantic and bright as the moon, happy night boy light on the dune.
Here's another bottle.
Oh. This is how it feels, living on a hillside. Here we are like two old married people. I guess we've gone home and we're alone.
This is what I need. This is what I've longed for, someone young and smiling here upon my hill.
You know, Emil, my mother says we have nothing in common, but she's wrong. We have something very important in common, very much in common.
Yes, we are both in love.
Yes, but more than that, we're the same people, fundamentally, you and me. We appreciate things. We get enthusiastic about things. It's really quite exciting when two people are like that. We're not blasé, you know what I mean?
We're both knuckleheads, cockeyed optimists.
Yeah. I hear the human race is falling on its face.
And hasn't very far to go.
But every whippoorwill is selling me a bill and telling me it just ain't so. I could say life is just a bowl of jello and appear more intelligent and smart. But I'm stuck like a dope with a thing called and I can't get it out of my heart. Not this heart.
I have a surprise for you. I've been preparing this for 2 days now. Now, close your eyes and no peeking. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my head. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my head. Bonsoir.
Oh, aren't you just the cutest things I ever saw? What are your names?
bet you can't understand a word I'm saying, but my goodness, you're cute.
Nelly, I want you to meet Nagana Ejro. Nagana Ejro, Nelly.
Nelly?
Maintenant, Oli, meet.
Bonsoir, Nelly.
Bonsoir. Oh, aren't they adorable? Those big black eyes staring up at you out of those sweet little faces. Are they Henry's?
They're mine.
Oh, of course, Emil. They look just like you. Where'd you hide their mother?
She's dead, Nelly.
She's... Emil, they are yours?
Yes, Nelly. I'm their father.
And their mother was...
A Polynesian. But she was beautiful and charming, too.
But you and she...
I want you to know I have no apologies. I came here as a young man and I've lived as I could.
Of course.
No woman has ever hated me or tried to hurt me.
No one could ever want to hurt you, Emil. Gosh, what time is it? I've got to get that Jeep back by...
Nelly, please, I'll drive you home.
You will do no such thing. Anyways, I've got to get the Jeep back. Oh, this is terrible. You won't imagine how the girls will look at me when I come in late. I'll come back tomorrow, Emil. I'll call you or... Oh no, this is terrible. These are those awful Thanksgiving show rehearsals and they just want to rehearse night and day, but after that... Thank you for tonight, Emil. You're the perfect host and I had a wonderful time. Please stay here, Emil. Don't come out to the Jeep.
Nelly, I love you. Do you hear me? I love you.
I love you too. Honestly, I do. Please let me go. Let me go.
Once you have found her, never let her go. Once you have found her, never let her go.
It has been called to our attention that due to some problems with the mimeograph, the last part of the program is kind of blurry, so I will read of who did what. The handstand was by Marine Sergeant Johnson. The barrel roll was done by Lieutenant J.G. Bessie Masu Ellie Yeager. The solo featuring the hitch kick and scissors, those are the names of the steps, was by Ensign Corey McRae. The pinwheel, was by George Watts, Carpenter's Mate, 3rd class.
Second.
The multiple revolutions and, incidentally, the dance steps were by Ensign Nellie Forbush. Now, the next is a most unusual treat, a weightlifting exhibition by Staff Sergeant Thomas Hassinger. And Sergeant Johnson. Marine Corporal. Billis, what the heck happened to the lights?
Yeah, well, they got the truck light on. That's something. Good. What I can't understand is how some guys ain't got the artistic imagination to put gas in a generator so a show can be a success, especially when they're on the committee.
Oh, come on. I mean, you're on the committee, too. Why didn't you tell us it wasn't all gassed up?
I'm acting in the show and I'm stage manager and producer. Can't figure out everything now, can I?
Sure you can. Just put your two heads together.
Look, jerk, I have a production on my hands. How's the weightlifting act going?
Can't tell. Nobody's clapping.
If nobody's clapping, then it ain't going good. You ought to be able to figure that one out. Just put your two heads together.
You is the one with two heads.
Pardon? Can you tell me where I can find Miss Forbush?
She's on stage now. She's the MC. She can't talk to nobody right now. Do you want me to take those flowers into her?
I would prefer to give them to her myself.
Are you Mr. DeBeck?
Yes.
Look, Mr. DeBeck, do me a favor, will you? Don't try to see her now.
Why?
Well, we got her in a great mood, and I don't want anything to upset her again.
She has been upset?
Upset? She asked for a transfer to another island. And day before last, she busted out crying in the middle of rehearsal. Said she couldn't go on with the show. She wouldn't have either unless Captain Brackett talked to her and told her how important it was to the base.
She has asked for a transfer?
Don't tell her I told you. Nobody's supposed to know.
I have to see her tonight.
Then stay out of sight till after the show. I'll take the flowers into her.
Hey, Billis. Billis!
Lieutenant Cable?
Lieutenant Cable's supposed to be in his bed over at the hospital.
You have not been well?
I'm okay now. Fever gone. They can't hold me in that place any longer. I'm looking for a man named Billis, a great guy for getting boats. And what I need is a boat. I have to get to my island.
What?
The island with the 2 volcanoes on it. I used to go over there every day until this malaria stopped me. Have you ever been over there early in the morning with the wind playing across your face?
Why, yes, I have.
I'm beginning to see her again like last night.
Mon air, say Louise.
I thought I was dreaming.
No,
What are you doing over here?
she come in big white boat, bigger than your boat. Belongs Jacques Perrin. He wants to marry Leon. You know. Is white man too, and very rich.
Is this the man that you were telling me about? The one that drinks? You can't let her marry a man like that!
Okay, then you marry her.
Tais-toi. Il est malade. Tu comprends? Lieutenant, you are very ill. Please allow me to see you back to the hospital.
You're worried about me? That's funny. The fellow that lives on an island all by himself and doesn't worry about anybody. Americans, Japs, Germans, anybody. Why care me to worry about?
Forgive me. I'm sorry, Lieutenant.
Lieutenant, you like Leon. Marry Leon. You have good life here. Look, Lieutenant, I am rich. Before war started, I saved $100. Since war, I make $2,000. War gone, I make maybe more. Sell horse teeth, grass skirt, real human head. Give all the money to you and Leon. You don't have to work. I work for you. All day long, you and Leon can be together. Swim in sea, walk through woods, sing, dance, talk happy. No think about Philadelphia is no good. Talk about beautiful things and make love all day long. You like? You buy? Happy talk, keep talking, happy talk. Talk about things you'd like to do. You've got to have a dream. If you don't have a dream, how you gonna have a dream come true? Talk about you floating in the sky, looking like a lily on the lake. Talk about a bird learning how to fly, making all the music he can make. Happy talk, keep talking, happy talk. Talk about things you'd like to do. You got to have a dream. If you don't have a dream, how you gonna have a dream come true? Talk about a star looking like a toy, peeking through the branches of a tree. Talk about a girl, talk about a boy, counting all the ripples on the sea. Happy talk, keep talking, happy talk. Talk about things you like to do. You got to have a dream. If you don't have a dream, how you gonna have a dream come true? Golly, baby, I'm a lucky card. Talk about a girl saying to the boy, you and me is lucky to be us. Happy talk, keep talking, happy talk. Talk about things you'd like to do. You got to have a dream. If you don't have a dream, how you gonna have a dream come true? If you don't talk happy and you never have a dream, then you'll never have a dream come true. It's a good idea. You like?
Leah, I want you to have this. It belonged to my grandfather. It's a man's watch, but it's a good one. It's kind of a lucky piece. My father carried it through the whole last war with him. It's beautiful, isn't it?
When I see you first time, I know you're a good man for Leah, and she a good girl for you. You have special good babies.
Mary, I can't marry Leah.
Was your last chance? Now she made a jump in! Give me watch, Leah. Stingy scumbag. Come, Leah.
Younger than springtime were you, softer than starlight were you, angel and mother, heaven and earth and heart with you.
Up to now, our side has been getting beat in two hemispheres, and we won't be able to go back home until the situation is reversed. It may take some time to get any big operation underway, so it's things like this, like the show tonight, that keep us going. Now, I know I'm not considered a sentimental type. Once or twice, I know I've been referred to as Old Iron Belly. I resent that very much, because I already picked that as my personal name for Commander Harbison, my executive officer. Take a bow, Commander. I want all of you to know that both Old Iron Bellies sat here tonight and had a good time. We want to thank that hard-working committee of nurses and CPs who made the costumes out of nothing but rope, mosquito nets, comic books, and newspapers, and thought up all these grand jokes and grand songs. And we want to say to all of them on this Thanksgiving Day, thank you. And now I'm going to ask Commander Harbison to introduce the next act, which is the finale of our Thanksgiving entertainment.
The next and last song will be sung by Bosun Butch Forbush and the Siren of the Coral Sea, gorgeous, voluptuous, and petite Mademoiselle Luthera Billis.
My doll is as dainty as a sparrow. Her figure is something to applaud. Where she's narrow as an arrow. And she's broad, well, broad should be broad. 101 pounds of fun, that's my little honey bun. Get a load of honey bun tonight. I'm speaking of my sweetie pie, only 60 inches high.
pardon.
Oh, Luther, you really are a honey bun. These beautiful flowers. I needed someone to think of me tonight. I appreciate it, Luther. You don't know how much.
Miss Forbush, I would like you to know that I consider you the most wonderful woman in the world, including the fact that you're an officer and all. But I can't go on as to being such a heel as to let you think that I thought of giving you those flowers.
But you did give them to me, and
Here's the card that came with it. Are you alright, Miss Forbush? I'll be around here in the area in case you need anything. Just sing out.
What's the matter, Nellie the nurse? Having diplomatic difficulties with France?
Joe Cable, who let you out of the hospital?
Me. I'm okay.
You're trying to get over to Bali High, that little girl you told me about.
Leah, I've just seen her for the last time, I'm afraid. I love her, yet I found myself saying I couldn't marry her. What kind of guy am I anyway?
You're all right. You're just far from home. We're both so far from home.
Nellie, I must see you.
Emil,
Will you excuse us, Lieutenant Cable?
No, wait a minute, Joe, stay. Please. I've been meaning to call.
You have asked for a transfer? What does it mean?
I'll explain it tomorrow, Emil.
No, now, Nellie, what does it mean?
It means I can't marry you. Do you understand me? I can't marry you.
Because of my children?
Not because of your children. They're sweet.
Because of their Polynesian mother, then. Their mother and I.
Yes. It isn't as if I could give you a good reason. There is no reason. This is just emotional. This is something born inside of me.
It is not. I do not believe it is born in you.
Then why do I feel the way I do? All I know is that I can't help it. I can't help it. Explain how you feel, Joe.
Nellie! What makes her talk like that? Why do you and she have these feelings? I do not believe it is born in you. I do not believe it.
It's not born in you. It happens after you're born. You've got to be taught to hate and fear. You've got to be taught from year to year. It's got to be drummed in your dear little ear. You've got to be carefully taught. You've got to be taught to be afraid of people whose eyes are oddly made and people whose skin is a different shade. You've got to be carefully taught. You've got to be taught before it's too late, before you are 6 or 7 or 8, to hate all the people your relatives hate. You've got to be carefully taught. You've got to be carefully taught.
This is the kind of ugliness I was running away from. It has followed me all this way, all these years, and now it has found me. I was cheated before, and I'm cheated again by a mean little world of mean little men. And the one chance for me is the life I know best, to be here on an island and to hell with the rest. I will cling to this island like a tree or a stone. I will cling to this island and be free and alone.
Yes, sir. If I get out of this alive, I'm not going back there. I'm coming right here. All that I care about is right here.
When all you care about is right here, this is the right place to be. When all you care about has been taken away from you, there is no place. Now, I came so close to it. So close.
in my heart. One love to be living for. One love to be living for. This nearly was mine. One girl for my dreams. One partner in paradise. This promise of paradise. This nearly was mine. Close to my heart she came, only to fly away, only to fly as day flies from moonlight. Now I'm alone, still dreaming of paradise, still saying that paradise once nearly was mine. So clear and dear are my fancies of things I wish were true. I'll keep remembering evenings I'd wished I'd spent with you. I'll keep remembering kisses from lips I'll never own, and all the lovely adventures that we have never known. One dream in my heart, one love to be living for, one love to be living for. This nearly was mine. One girl for my dreams, one partner in paradise. This promise of paradise. This nearly was mine. Close to my heart she came, only to fly away, only to fly as day flies from moonlight. Now I'm alone, still dreaming of paradise, still saying that paradise once nearly was mine.
Quebec, would you reconsider going out there with me to Maroa-Forsyth Island? I mean, now that you haven't got so much to lose, we could do a good job, you and I. You know how I used to do when I got into jail? I used to go hunting. I think that's what I'll do now. Big game on Marie-Louise. Jap carriers, cargo boats, troop ships, big game. So when I go, what side of the island should I land on?
The south side.
Why?
There are many rocks and coves there. I've stood behind these rocks many times.
Could a submarine get in between them without being observed?
If you know the channel.
And then what will I do?
You'll find former friends of mine, the Seal and the Nacho, 2 black men, wonderful hunters. They will hide us in the hills.
Us? Are you going with me?
Of course. You are too young to be out there alone. Now let's go find Captain Brackett.
Wait till old Captain Brackett hears about this. He's gonna jump out of his skin.
I would like to see that kind of jump. Come on.
What was that? What was that? What was that?
That was nothing, sir.
Sounded like someone was trying to send a message, like code.
That was no code, sir. That sound you just heard was a contraction of the tin roof. It's the metal cooling off the night.
Oh.
Sir, you'll have to go back to your own desk. What do you know, sir?
No, I don't want to add to your problems.
Yes, sir.
They ought to be sending a message by now. They'd have time to set up the station and send out a message, that's all. Don't you think so? Oh.
Captain Brackett.
What is it, Bill? Don't interrupt me now, I'm very busy.
It says CB, sir. Billis. Commander Perkins over at Operations estimates that his act this morning cost the Navy over $600,000.
600? I'm going to the... Send him in here!
Yes, sir.
If you catch anything, no matter what we're doing, just break right in.
Yes, sir.
Get in there. Captain Brackett, this is Lieutenant Buzz Adams. He flew the mission.
Hey, Adams.
Captain?
One man like you in an outfit is like a rotten apple in a barrel. Just what did you feel like sitting down there all day in your little rubber boat in the middle of the Empress Augusta Bay, with the whole U.S. Navy trying to rescue you? And how can you follow a PBY anyway?
Well, sir, the Jap anti-aircraft busted a hole in the side of the plane, and I fell out. The wind just sucked me out.
So I'm to understand that you deliberately hid in the baggage compartment of a plane that you knew was headed off on a very dangerous mission. You had sand enough to do that, all right? And then the moment an anti-aircraft gun hit the plane, you just fell out. The wind just sucked you out. You and your little parachute? I don't think you fell out, Billis. I think you jumped out. Which did you do?
Well, sir, sort of half and half, if you get that.
This is the most humiliating thing that's ever happened to me. Adams, when did you know he was on the plane?
Well, sir, we'd been out about an hour. It was still dark, I know. We were flying across Marie-Louise. That's when that Jap anti-aircraft made the hit. It's also when Luther, this fellow right here, kind of left the ship. I circled the island once, time enough to drop in a rubber boat. Some New Zealanders in P-40 spotted him and circled him while I took Joe and the Frenchman and dropped him off next to the sub. By the time I got back, we had Navy planes circling him like a thick swarm of bees. While the Japs occupied them up, while we occupied the Japs up in the air, I scooped down and picked him up off the rubber boat. You'd have thought he was a $90 million cruiser that way there out to protect him. Probably 55, maybe even 60 planes.
62.
You're not far off, Adams. Harbison tells me this thing cost the Navy about $600,000.
600,000?
What are you so happy about?
I was just thinking about my uncle. Remember my uncle I was telling you about? He used to tell my old man I'd never be worth a dime. Him and his lousy slot machines. Can you imagine a guy?
Why'd you do this in the first place, Billis? What would make a man do a thing like this?
Well, sir, a fellow has to keep moving. You get kind of held down. If you're itching to take a trip, to pick up a few souvenirs, kind of got to horn in, if you know what I mean. Get the picture?
How'd you know about it?
I didn't know about it exactly. It's just when I heard Lieutenant Cable and the Frenchman talking, I knew something was in the air. A project. That's what I like, Captain. Projects. Don't you?
Billis, you've broken every regulation in the book, and Captain Brackett and I are going to throw it at you.
Sir, may I barge in? My co-pilot saw the whole thing. He thought Billis down there in the rubber boat and all those planes caused a sort of diversionary action. Time enough to let Joe and the Frenchman slip behind the rocks over at the cove.
What do you want me to do? Give this guy a Bronze Star?
I don't want any Bronze Star, Captain. But I could use a little freedom. A little room to swing around in. You know what I mean? Get the picture?
Get out of here, Billis. Get out of here!
Yes, sir.
Iron Belly, what would you have done?
I'd have thrown him in the brig. And I will too if I get the ghost of a chance.
And so we are here. This is our first chance to send news to you. We have made contact with former friends of mine. We have set up quarters in a mango tree. No room, but a lovely view. First the weather. Rain clouds over Bougainville, the Treasuries, Soisa, and New Georgia. We expect rain in this region from 9 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Pardon? My friend Joe Chris, 900 to 1400. And now our military expert, Joe.
All you Navy, Marine, and Army pilots, write this down. Surface craft, 19 troop barges headed down the bottleneck. Speeds about 11 knots. Ought to pass by Inca at about 2000 tonight, escorted by heavy warships. There ought to be some way to knock off a few of these. As for aircraft, there's little indication of activity at the moment, but 22 bombers, Bettys, went down at 0600 headed southwest. There was a fighter escort, not heavy, they should reach.
Oh boy.
Where are you going?
I can't miss that takeoff. We're going to be going out in waves tonight. Waves.
Sit down, Bill. Here. You know what I like, Bill? Projects. Don't you?
Ceiling today, unlimited. 33 fighters, zeros, have moved in from Bogate. Their course is approximately 23 degrees. Undoubtedly, heavy bombers will follow.
We ought to tell her something sometime. She hasn't seen him in 2 weeks. She should know.
All right, go send her in. I always get the hard jobs.
Captain Brackett, I know this isn't regular. It's about Emil de Beck. About a week ago, I went to his house. You know how people have arguments and days later you think of a good answer. Well, I went to his house and he wasn't there. I even asked his children. He has 2 little children. And they didn't seem to know where he'd gone. At least, I think that's what they said. They only speak French. And then tonight, when I was on duty at the ward, we have a lot of fighter pilots over there. You know, the boys who took out that convoy. You know how fighter pilots talk about Immelmans and wingovers and things. I never listened normally, but they kept talking about a Frenchman. The Frenchman said this and the Frenchman said that. And I was wondering if this Frenchman they were talking about could be my Frenchman.
Yes, Miss Forbush, it is. We couldn't tell you before because if you choose to wait for a few minutes, you may be able to hear his voice.
His voice? Where is he?
With Joe Cable behind enemy lines.
Behind?
Hello? Hello, my friends and allies. My message today must be brief and sad. Lieutenant Cable, my friend, Joe, died last night. He died from wounds he received 3 days ago. I will never know a finer man. I wish he could have told you the good news. The Japanese are pulling out, and there is great confusion. Our guess is that the Japs will try to evacuate troops from Cape Esperance tonight. You may not hear from us for several days. We must move again. 2 planes are overhead. They are looking for us, we think. We believe that... What? Goodbye.
Is that all? Is that all? Can't you get them back?
No, sir.
Poor Joe. Poor little Joe Cable. Captain Brackett, do you think there's a chance I'll ever see Emil de Beck again? If you don't think so, will you tell me?
Of course there's a chance. There's always a chance.
I didn't know he was going.
Of course not. How could you know? Now don't blame Emil de Beck. He's okay. He's a wonderful guy. He has got a chance, hasn't he, Bill?
Of course. There's always a chance.
Come on, let's get out of here.
come back so I can tell you something. I know what counts now. You. All those other things. The woman you had before. Her color. What people. What a pinhead I was. Come back so I can tell you. Don't die before I can tell you. I know what counts now. It's just you and me together. That's all. Just you and me together. The way we wanted it. The first time that we met. Remember? Some enchanted evening. When you find your true love. When you feel him call you across the crowded room. And fly to his side. And make him your home. Or all through your life you may dream of. Don't die of me.
Miss Nurse, please, Miss Nurse.
Who are you? What do you want?
Where is Lieutenant Cable?
Who are you?
I am mother of Leah.
Who?
Leah. She won't marry no one but Lieutenant Cable.
Oh my darling.
Hear this. All those outfits that are waiting for loading, please keep in position. We'll get to you as soon as your ship is ready for you.
Hey, suppose we should head back? Suppose to call our names? Yeah, maybe they're ready for us aboard.
They won't be ready for hours yet. This is the Navy. Eager beavers. Look at that beach. Swarming with 10,000 guys. All jerks. Hey, Marine. You booked on one of those LCTs?
I guess so, why?
They'll shake the belly off you, you know. $5 and you can have it.
What is it?
Seasick remedy. You'll be needing it.
Oh, that stuff's issued. We tried it before. We all got it.
These Marines are getting smarter every day.
Say, see if you walk out the beach.
Excuse me, sir. Can you tell me where I can find Captain Brackett?
He's up the head of Company Street. Should be on you in now.
Thank you, sir. That's all, sir.
All right, stay in line. How many times have I told you?
Miss McGregor, are you nurses going too?
Only a few of us. We're flying back to the wounded.
Is Miss Forbush going with you?
I don't know. She made me swing as possible.
Say, Miss McGregor, you don't get air sick, do you? I was just thinking if you got $3 handy, you might be able to use this little package I got here.
That stuff's no good. We threw it out last month.
That's a female jerk. Excuse me, sir. Can I speak to you a moment?
Who are you?
Billis, sir. Luther Billis.
What do you want, Billis? We're headed out soon.
I know, sir. We would like to do something for Miss Forbush. Stupat, the professor, and me was wondering if anything's being done about rescuing the Frenchmen off that island. We hereby volunteer for such a project. A triple diversionary activity, like the one I done to get them on there. You could drop us in 3 rubber boats on 3 different sides of the island. Confuse the heck out of the Japs. Get the picture?
It's very noble of you, Billis. Sadly, you're a little late for any diversionary activity that happened early this morning before the sun came up. Operation Alligator is fully underway. Landings were made on 14 Jap-held islands.
I think that's very unfair, sir. First thing they should have done was try to rescue that Frenchman.
The Admiral agrees with you, Billis. Marie-Louise was the first island they hit.
Did they get him? Is he alive?
We don't know. Lieutenant Buzz Adams flew up there to find out. Haven't heard anything yet. If the Frenchman is dead, it is unfair. It's a shame if this huge operation couldn't have saved one of the 2 men that made it all possible.
Look at the beach. Men boarding ships. The whole picture of the South Pacific has changed. It's going the other way.
You got a ship, sir?
Yeah, Harbison and I got a ship. I'm no longer a lousy island commander. Come on, Bill.
Goodbye, Commander Harbison.
Goodbye, Billis. Say, I never did get you in the brig, did I?
No, you didn't.
Oh, I forgot.
Forgot what, sir?
Your unit will be on our ship. I'll be seeing all of you. Get the picture?
Come on, Bill.
Alright, let's start moving those trucks out. All units and companies should be ready to load you. All districts are assigned planes and CB Smart carry 6. Alright, any questions? Move out.
Now, the big ones are battleships, and the little ones are cruisers, or destroyers. I never can tell the difference. And what on earth are those?
P-40s.
That's right. We're all moving out to sea because, well, there's been a big change. We aren't going to be here very much anymore, just a few of us off and on. Did you understand what I said? Vous ne comprenez pas?
Oui, no, comprendo. Oui.
Good. Now, while I'm at the hospital, you've got to promise me to manger everything. Everything put before you on the table. Sir La Tobler. Sir Lay Tobler?
Sir La Tobler.
Now, come sit back here, Jerome. I'll say they do. Now, you've got to learn to mind me when I talk to you and be nice to me, too, because I love you very much. Now, manger. I will not sing that song. You just want to laugh at my French accent. All right, but you got to help me.
Dites-moi pourquoi la vie est belle. Dites-moi pourquoi.
Pourquoi what?
La vie est gaie. Dites-moi pourquoi je ne me